Alright, welcome back to the channel where we strictly try to talk about video games. I'm Davey, and today we're looking at a GBA game that came straight from Japan. Okay, so here's kind of the backstory of me wanting this particular game, and if you haven't figured it out yet, it's Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and especially on a handheld. And it's Kirby. Who doesn't love cute little Kirby? The nostalgia factor is pretty high for this game. I remember countless hours of me playing in the back seat, and you'd have to put a blanket over your head because if the sun hit the Game Boy screen just right, you wouldn't be able to see anything. Hey, baby. I'll be in there in just a second. Okay, so here's the reason why I went for a Japanese copy over a US copy. So here's Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. I already had this game, and then here is the copy of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Okay, now why did you go with the Japanese version over the US version? Well, good question. I actually had a buddy that was visiting Japan for a vacation, and he kept sending me all these videos of these awesome retro gaming stores. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool. And I ended up asking him, I was like, hey, if you find this one game, I'll pay you back, whatever, just get this one game if you see it. So a couple days went by, and I didn't really hear from him. And all of a sudden, he sent me a video or a Snapchat, and he was like, is this the game? I was like, bro, yes. Another reason why I wanted the Japanese version was the cost. The American version goes for around 80 bucks, if I remember correctly on price charting. And this one right here was 1,680 yen. And I texted him, I was like, well, how much is 1,680 yen? And it's only $11. So I was like, oh, yes, totally, let's get that. The Japanese version, well, it is in another language, but you don't really have to read anything in Kirby games other than navigate the menu screen. So, well, with the low price and it being the same game other than a different language, I thought it was kind of a no-brainer just to go ahead and go with the Japanese version. Unless, I found it at a thrift store or something, I would have went with the American version. Also, since I've started collecting, I've never even seen a copy of an Amazing Mirror in person. Okay, so let's get this thing out of the package. It's pretty cool, the little yen sign. And now we can take a look at them a little bit side by side. I know it's two different games, but it's still Kirby, so I thought it'd be a good comparison. Okay, so I have my old Game Boy right here. This is one I actually found on Facebook, so let's test it out, see if everything's working good. Oh, let's try that again. I actually hate doing that because I know it's kind of bad for them, the moisture from your breath. Oh, still not yet. One thing about old retro games, you guys know, you have to keep them clean or they just, oh, there it goes, all right, or they just don't work. I plan to put a backlit screen in this eventually, but I just haven't yet. All right, heck yeah, there we go. My kid's calling for me. I'm almost done, baby. I'm making a video. All right, heck yeah. I mean, everything looks pretty solid. I hope you can see that on the camera. Just like I remember it, other than being, well, actually, this says Rainbow Route, and then this down here, I don't remember what that was supposed to say. But let's jump into a level really quick. Okay, so some stuff is in English, and then some stuff is not. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure this stays in focus. Heck yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Okay. Got the electricity power going. Need that. Oh, hit that guy. Well, heck yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad that's working good. And if I had a backlit screen, I would show you guys. I do have an Ambernick device, but I don't know. I've seen too many people getting backlash from Nintendo for showing Nintendo games on there, so I'm going to stay away from showing games on that thing. Yeah, that's my first ever Japanese imported game. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I was going to keep it short and sweet, and Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'll see you guys in the next video.